Hi everyone, good evening all. Welcome back to interrelations between parameters of an two-port network. Now we are going to find out ABCD parameters in terms of Z parameters. So we have to express ABCD in terms of Z parameter. So before going, first write down what are ABCD parameters. We have V1, I1, V2, I2. So now we'll write down the ABCD parameters as V1, I1 is equal to A, B, C, D with V2 and current is negative. Therefore, we are going to get V1 is equal to AV2 minus BI2 is one equation. Next equation is I1 is equal to CV2 minus DI2 is the second equation. And what are the equations of Z parameters is we have V equal to Z11, Z12, Z21 as well as Z22 multiplied with I1 and I2. So these are the basic equations we are having. So we need to find out V1 is equal to Z11 I1 plus Z12 I2 is one equation. Second equation is V2 is equal to Z21 I1 plus Z22 I2 is the second equation. So now we have to see that we want to express here V1 in terms of V2 and I2. Okay. So see the equation V1 in terms of V2 and I2. What equation is there? So we require V2 as well as I2. Okay. So which equation is suitable? Let us try to check out. So uh, V1 term should be there, or let's try to check up I1 V2 I2. So I1 is there, V2 and I2 is there. So we want to find out I1 here. So therefore I can write down V2 minus Z22 I2 is equal to Z21 I1. So now we can see here I1 is in terms of V2 and I2. Okay, is there V2 and I2. I require the value of I1. Therefore this is V2 by Z21 minus Z22 divided by Z21 into I2 is the value of I1. So compare with the standard expression. So I1 is equal to, what is the equation we have? CV2 minus DI2. So the value of C is 1 by Z21 and the value of D is this one. Therefore, we have to find out A, B, C, D. C value is 1 by Z21, whereas the D value is Z22 divided by Z21. So successfully I1 is in terms of V2 and I2. So in this equation also we require the equation of what? V1 in terms of V2 and I2. Already I2 is there, but this I1 we have to express in terms of V2 and I2. So this use this equation here. So I can do this calculation here. So V1 is equal to Z11 I1. What is the I11 value? V2 by Z21 minus Z22 by Z21 I2. Okay, plus Z12 I2. Separate the terms in the standard form V2 and I2. Okay, so V1 is equal to Z11 by Z21 V2 minus Z11 Z22 divided by Z21 I2. Z11 Z22 by Z21 I2. So plus Z12 I2. So take I2 as a common term here. Therefore, we are going to get V1 is equal to Z11 by Z21 V2, and I2 is common. When I2 is common, we have minus Z11 Z22 divided by Z21, and I2 is common, which is plus. Therefore, V1 is equal to Z11 divided by Z21 V2 plus I2 into the LCM we are going to get as Z21, which is Z21 Z21 minus, so here this is Z12. Okay, so when you take this Z21 as common, you are going to get Z21 into Z12 minus Z11 and Z22. So when you compare with this expression, V1 is equal to AV2 minus B into I2. So therefore, the value of A is equal to Z11 divided by Z21. The value of B is equal to Z11 Z22 minus Z21 Z12 divided by Z21. So these are the values of ABCD parameters in terms of Z parameters. So very simple. First write down the ABCD parameter, write down the Z parameter, identify which equation has in terms of V2 and I2 this equation is there. Just form it in the standard format of V2 and I2, compare with the standard expression. This value is substitute here and compare with the standard expression. So therefore we successfully transform ABCD parameters in terms of Z parameters. So coming to the second derivation, uh, we are going to perform ABCD parameters in terms of Y parameters. So in this expression, very simple. So what are the ABCD parameters we have is, so V1 I1 is input port, V2 I2 is output port. So we want to write down V1 I1 or input port, that is equal to A, B, C, D with respect to V2, and current is negative. So when you write down V1 is equal to AV2 minus B into I2 is one equation. I1 is equal to CV2 minus DI2 is the another expression. But we require Y parameters. The Y parameters are I1, I2 is equal to Y11, Y12, Y21, Y22 into V1, V2. Therefore, I1 is equal to Y11 V1 plus Y12 V2 is one equation. Second equation is I2 is equal to Y21 V1 plus Y22 V2. So here when you compare, we require V1 in terms of V2 and I2. So identify V1 in terms of V2 and I2 is not there. So V1 in terms of V2 and I2, this equation is there. Okay. So now I'm writing Y21 V1 is equal to I2 minus Y22 V2. So V1 in terms of V2 and I2. So therefore V1 is equal to, how I can write it is, minus Y22 by Y21 V2 plus I2 divided by Y21 minus Y22 divided by this one. This is the value we are having. And now when you compare with the standard expression, V1 is equal to A V2 minus B into I2. What is the value of A now? The value of A is this value, What is the value of b now? This is the value of b. Therefore, the value of a, b, c, d in terms of y parameter is equal to minus y22 divided by y21, as well as the value of b is minus y21. So now when you see this equation, so v1 is completed. Now we require I1 in terms of v2 and I2. So v2 is there, I1 is creating the problem. So this v2 I have to express in terms of v2 I2. So this equation is already in that form. So substitute in that formula. So I1 is equal to y11. What is the value of v1 in terms of v2 and I2? This is minus y22 divided by y21 v2 plus I2 divided by y21 plus y12 v2. So now when we enter substitute here, I1 is equal to minus y11 y22 divided by y21 v2 plus y11 by y21 I2 plus y12 v2. In this expression, when you want to express, we require first v2 terms. So this is the v2 terms. Take v2 as common. When you take v2 as common, then we are going to have y12 minus y11 y22 divided by y21 plus y11 divided by y21 into I2. So therefore, I1 is equal to v2 into y12 y21 minus y11 y22 divided by y21 plus y11 by y21 into I2. So when you compare with the standard expression, what we have here, I1 is equal to CV2 minus D I2. So therefore, what we are going to get here is, so the value of C is this one. The value of D is this one. So therefore, the value of C is equal to y12 y21 minus y11 y22 divided by y21. The value of D is equal to minus y11 divided by y21. Okay, so this is the resultant value to what we are going to get while we solve here. So since negative polarity is there, so just reverse it, get it, nothing to worry. This is what the expression we are going to get. So this is how we represented ABCD parameters in terms of Z parameter, ABCD parameter
You
in terms
disable
of
this
Y
skill.
parameters.
Please enable it in the Alexa app.
ABCD parameters in terms of Y parameters. First, you have to write down the ABCD parameters, and then we want to write down the Y parameters. In Y parameters, see that the equations of V1 should be in terms of V2 and I2. So this is the equation V1 in terms of V2 and I2. So substitute this in this expression, then you can compare with the standard format. You can express ABCD parameters in the standard form. So this is how to express. So if you feel the video is useful, please like the video, please share with your friends. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. And if you're watching for the first time, subscribe the channel with the name KV Tulasiram. So this is a free channel for the development of students and faculty. This will help you to understand the subject a lot. Yours obediently, Ram.